the kids with the same age usually have less mass compared to the ones who are in the developed country. Don't ask me about what you have to do in the exam, please. Just listen to me, understand it. I don't know anything about your exam. Got no idea about it. I'm just trying my best to make sure I help as much as I can. So please don't ask anything about what is going to be in the exam. I don't know what the exam looks like. So now let's plot this graph on the from the table. Let's plot the graph on the graph paper we have on the screen. Now the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the numbers, I mean the ages, which is what is common to both countries. Then you pick up the number, that's the number. So you're gonna pick up the numbers, you're gonna start from number one. Number one says when they age is one, for developed country, the average mass is 8.5. So you go here when the mass is when the age is one, the mass is 8.5. So you would the first thing you're gonna study this properly. When you study this, you're gonna count how many boxes or how many scales you have to represent one. You've got, let's say this is, let's try two boxes for one. One, two, three, 4, 5. That means we're correct. So if that is the case, and you've got 8.5 for the developing country, you're gonna trace 1 to 5. Then this will be 6. This will be 7. This will be 8, and 8.5 is gonna be somewhere around this place. So you're gonna what? You're gonna draw your star to mark the place. Then the second one is when the age is 2 is 10.5. So this is 2, you're gonna trace from 2 here, then you move to 10, and 10.5 is gonna be somewhere around this place. And when the age is 3, the developing countries, they've got the mass of 13. You're gonna come down a little bit. You're gonna have to come down a little bit. Then you're gonna trace these from, this is 10, this is 11 here, this is 12, this is 13, 14 is here, and 13 is what we're looking for. So you're gonna trace a 13 to 3. It's gonna be somewhere around this place. You mark your star. Then you're gonna go to 4, and you trace a 4 to 15. It's really obvious, so you mark your star there. Then you're gonna do the same for your 5. Your 5 is gonna be traced to 15.5, and you're gonna have it here. This is 15. 15.5 will be somewhere around this place. It's gonna be somewhere around this place here. So the next thing to do is to trace the stars. I mean, join the stars which you've already had. So you're gonna draw with a free hand. In most cases, I advise my students to use a free hand, not to use a ruler. Yeah. So this is what you're gonna have for the developing countries. Then we're gonna go to the developed countries. For the developed countries, the first when the age is 1, what we have is please communicate with your mates that the class started. We've only got 9 students who logged in, so please communicate. We've only had 6 students who logged in. So when they for the developed country, when the age is 1, the weight is 9.5. So 9.5 is going to be somewhere around this place here. Let's use another color so that we can have a difference in let's use a blue one. So 9.5 is going to be somewhere around this place. You mark your star. Then when the age is 2, it's going to be 13. Then you go up. This is around, this is 10, 11, 12, 13 is around this place. So this is 13. So when it's 3, you're going to trace to 15. This is 15. Then 15.5 is going to be around this place. When it's 4 is going to be 17.5. This is 15, 16, 17.5 is going to be somewhere around this place. And you're going to look for 5. For when it's 5 is going to be for, oh, I made a mistake here. I made a mistake on the 5 for 15.5 should be here. For the developing countries, I made a mistake. It should be here, not here. So I'm going to redraw it. So I'm going to join it again. So that's the first one, which is 15.5. 15.5, yeah. Yeah, that's 15 point, that's 16. 15.5 is around this place. So sorry for the mistake. Yeah, this is what you have for the first one. So you can label it to make you remember. You can label it developing country. Developing country. Then remember we're using a blue pen for in developed country. So we've got to 4. Now for 5, we're going to trace 5 and it's going to be on 20. It's going to be here. So then you're going to trace, you're going to join the stars the same way you did. You're going to do this, join this with this, with this, with this. This is what you're going to have. So now let's see the questions which we have underneath this. It says, how does the mass of the children at age 1 compare? Yes, if you know what the answer is, send me your answers now. Type your answers to me quickly. Type your answers to me quickly. How does the mass of the children at age 1 compare to, now look at the mass of the children at age 1 compare with the one, okay, you have to label these also. You have to label these developed country. Developed country. Yes, with these types of question common exam. Abana said, I don't know anything about your question in the exam. I just know these are the sample. It might be, and it might not be. I've got no idea, but I think you should prepare for it. So how does the mass of the children in age 1 compare? Yeah, tell me the comparison. There is 1 kg difference. Okay, if you're answering such a question in exam, what you should write is, you write the what you write in full. You say the children from developed country, the children from developed country have 1 kilogram more mass. They have 1 kilogram more mass than those from developing country. Than those from developing country. All right, number C says, in which way is the growth of the children from the 2 countries? In which way is it similar? If you got a question, if you know what the answer is, type your answer on the chat. Yeah, in what way is the growth of the children from the 2 countries? In which way are they similar? You have got no answer. In which way is the growth of the children from the 2 countries similar? As they grow older, the mass increases. Yeah, that's correct. They both increase in mass. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a great answer. They both increase in mass. They both increase. They both increase in mass. Thank you very much. Now the D, in what way is the growth of children from the two countries different? Yeah, if you know what the answer is, type it quickly. You've got no time. Type the answer quickly on the chat. The developed country have more mass as the developing country is lower. Okay, Rashid. Yeah, the children from developed country put on greater mass. The children from the developed country, the children from developed countries, sorry, they put on greater mass. Developed country put on greater mass. Put on greater mass from age 4 to 5 than the children from the developing country, than those from developing country. Now E says predict the average mass of children from the developing country at age 6. Yeah, if you know what the answer is, type it in the chat room. It should be around 18 to 20. Thank you very much for the good guess. It should be around 16 kilograms to 20 kilograms. The reason being that if you look at the graph properly, you would see on the table when the kids have reached age 4, there is a very slow increase in the age. In fact, you can see the increase here is only 0.5, and the increase here is only what is only 2.5. So the meaning is as they continue to become bigger in size, they drop a little bit. So it's going to be around 16. Here are some facts about marasmus and kwashiorkor. There are some facts about marasmus and kwashiorkor. Now it's saying you should put all these numbers, all these letters in this boxes provided for you. Now if you know what I'm gonna write, A, which of these two occurs over age of 18 months? Yeah, who knows? Type your answer quickly. The first to type will be the one who got the answer correct. Yeah, which one happens around? Don't tell me A, C, B, C, whatever. Just tell me 18 months, so it's gonna be B, marasmus happens around 18 months. Muscles wasting away. What kind of disease makes the muscle to waste away? Yeah, that would be what? That would be C. That would be for uh, which one happens over 18 months is kwashiorkor. So marasmus is gonna be the one which the muscle wastes away, and which happens under the age of 1 year is marasmus. Swelling of the body is kwashiorkor, and diet lacking protein, energy and protein is marasmus, and diet rich in starch, poor in protein is this. So now obesity is caused by eating a diet that is very low, that is very rich into nutrient. What are the two nutrients which is the answer here? Thank you very much, Abubakar. Is fat and carbohydrate. I really appreciate it. Now the next one is Name 3 food which eaten to excess can lead to obesity. Which 3 food, if you eat them to excess, can actually lead to obesity? Yeah, if you know what the answer is, type the answer. Grapes, good. Sweet, potatoes, what is candies. Some we have varieties. We have a lot. Yeah, chocolate, ice cream, bread. You're correct. How does a person's activity change as they become obese? How does the person's activity change as they become obese? What will be the differences you will see in the person's activity when he becomes obese? They move around less. They find difficulty moving. It finds it difficult moving around. Moving around becomes difficult. Moving around becomes what? Moving around becomes difficult. How does the mass of a person change as they become obese? How does the mass change as they become obese? It increases. Thank you very much. The mass would increase. Name 3 parts of the body that can be strained by the change. What is strain? Strain means something where you is another name. Sometimes they use together strain and stress. So which part of the body is going to be strained? The legs can be strained or the joints. You can rather use the word joint. Yeah, the joints can be strained. Yeah, the heart can be strained. And which other parts of the body can be strained again? Then the bones, the joints. So how can the sugar content of the blood of an obese person change? Yeah. How can the sugar content change? The sugar content would increase. Thank you very much. It's going to what? It can increase or it can rise. What condition caused the change? What condition caused the change? Yeah, it's caused by diabetes 2. Diabetes 2. Now, can you tell me the consequences of contracting this condition? What is the consequence of contracting obesity? A person who is having obesity can be blind, blindness, the nerve or the blood can actually, yeah, they can have kidney disease. Yeah, well, sometimes they might amputate the limbs. If the limbs are getting injuries and they're not healing up quickly, so to avoid spreading, they're going to amputate them, cut them off. So that's the reason why you should be very careful. Nerve and blood vessel damage. So which sometimes they can lead to amputation. Okay, state 2 ways in which obesity is treated in to regain a healthy body. The way it can be treated is, well, Yeah, no, surgery is not. The only way is improving in eating balanced diet. No surgery, eating balanced diet. If where will you cut off? Yani Ryan, if it says surgery, where you want to cut off the flesh, eating balanced diet and exercising. These are the major thing the person has to do. So if he eats balanced diet and he does exercise, he can actually go back to normal if he's very conversant with it. Now, when our health workers enter areas where there is famine, famine is a condition whereby the country doesn't have food. They run out of food. You say they're starving. So they have famine. The kids can suffer and they can look so malnourished or malnourished. So the first thing that what the health workers will do is they're going to give them F75 is a mixture of powdered milk and water. What does this actually do? It gets the body ready for digestion. It gets the body ready, gets the body ready for digesting it, for digestion. So after a few days, they change the children's diet to F100. What is a function of F100? What is a function? Yes, tell me your answer. Bakr Hamid, you're really active. Thank you very much. Ryan, what is the function of F100? What is the function? To repair and restore, yeah, to help build up the body again. To help build up, to help build up the body again. Thank you very much. Now the children may be given nutrient-rich porridge called Unimix. For for how long might the children be on this diet? They can be on a diet for few months. Yeah, Unimix is a mixture of is porridge nutrient. It's actually food which is rich in a lot of nutrient. It can be around, they give around 35 to 40, 30 to 35 days. So which is around a month. So now let's go to drugs. Now the developing baby can be affected by three types of drugs. Draw the line to join them. Yeah. Do we need to know the plum peep nut and unimix? You just know them, know the names and know what they do. Know the difference in the functions, yeah. Know the names, know what they do, and know how they differ in function. It's an exam, so you've got to read. You've got to read. So now I'm gonna go very soon after number 6. I gotta go. I'm really exhausted. So I still wanna have some sleep before tomorrow, inshallah. So now the developing baby can be affected by, so what would you say? The non-medical drug reduce the ability to fight diseases, and the alcohol cause the nerve damage, and tobacco will slow down the growth. You need to master all of this. You need to master all of this. Okay. Now, why do some children use solvent instead of drugs? Why do some children use solvent instead of drugs? Yeah, solvents are cheaper. They're cheaper and easy to take and easier Servant users often lose their appetite. So how does these affect the body mass and appearance? How does losing appetite affect the body mass and appearance? They body mass is reduced. Body mass is reduced. What about the appearance? They appear very thin. They look thin and pale. The appearance, they appear very thin and sometimes they look pale. How does brain damage, how does the brain damage due to something? I'm very sorry. I quickly went for emergency. Okay. Now, how does the brain damage due to the solvent affect the behavior? So this would six. Yeah, tell me your answer. If you know, type your answer quickly. It harms the nerves in the lungs and loss of memory. Yeah. So it leads to, it causes memory loss. It causes memory loss. So name three other parts of the body that are damaged by the solvent. The liver can be damaged. The kidney can also be damaged, and also the bone marrow. So they can all be damaged. What causes suffocation of an unconscious solvent user? What happens is they vomit. They vomit. So when they vomit, it blocks the windpipe, blocking the windpipe, and that causes them to want to die. Okay, uh, I think the other ones is not actually very difficult. Let me just discuss it. It says you should arrange days. Number 7A, arrange them based on, you got the answer keys actually, but if you have any questions which is bothering you before I go, just ask in 1 minute. I've got to go now. I still have to relax a little bit before tomorrow. So I wish all of you the best, and I hope you're gonna do well in your exams. But make sure if you find a question that has to do with a graph, use a pencil and make sure you don't fidget. Make sure you're not scared. Yeah, I'm back here. What's the problem? You got something to say? Yeah, talk to me.
Sir,
Yeah.
hello. Yeah, do we need to
So
know the different types of Walaikum salam. Do we need to know the different types of diseases, such as the nutritional diseases, the hereditary
yeah,
diseases?
yeah. Know the diseases that are caused by lack of good nutrition, and know the basic cause of it. Let's say, for example, someone is suffering from scurvy. What would cause it? Lack of vitamin C. Or let's say someone is suffering from beriberi. What causes it? So you have to know all of these. It's not, but it's part of the things you have in the pages in your textbook. So, but just know basically read more about the drugs and about the what it costs. So I think that's all we have to master, inshallah. Okay, I wish you guys the best, and I wish to see you guys in flying colors after your exam. Barakallahu feekum. I don't know about the Easter vaccination since it's not. I don't know about that. So I gotta go now. Inshallah, we'll meet again later. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.